What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always, spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Let's get into it. So, I've been counting down my list of the teams that have a legitimate chance at a championship in the NBA this year. Talked a lot about the 7 squads, and I'm moving on to one of the final 3 I haven't spoken on, that being the Denver Nuggets, the world champion Denver Nuggets. Denver clearly is the team to beat, in my opinion, coming into the NBA season. And the Joker, regardless of what that NBA ranking by ESPN says, he's the number 1 player and proved so in the playoffs, throughout the playoffs, and even more so in the finals. Their biggest issue going into this championship defense season for them is going to be losing 2 key role players that played a huge role for them. Uncle Jeff Green, he was big time, being able to guard on the wing and hit timely shots and just make that smart play. That guy on the floor that you can just count on to know where people need to be and not make a mistake. And Bruce Brown, I can't say enough about him. I remember when he was at Brooklyn, he was a hustler. He could definitely play tough defense, bring a lot of energy, the kind of spark you want coming off the bench, but a liability when it came to shooting. He was the guy you left in the corner or at the top of the key so you could double somebody because he wasn't going to hit it. And when he was trying to bring the ball up, you go get that from him because he wasn't good at bringing the ball up, wasn't really a skilled ball handler at that elite level. He worked on his handle when he got to Denver, became pretty competent at it, and his jump shot was money, especially in big moments. And when you combine that with everything else he already had with his hustle and his tenacity and his will to win, it made for an excellent combination. Now Denver's going to have to rely on their core. They're going to need Gordon to step up even more and play like an all-star. Some people thought he should have been an all-star last year. Now he's got to try to be one for real this year. Porter, looking for him to make that step to at least borderline all-star or make the all-star team as well. And Jamal Murray, he ended looking like one of the best point guards in the league, top 5. I don't know if he really is in the league, but coming into this season, he's got to pick up where he left off in those playoffs and give you a good 24, 25 a night, 6 or 7 assists, 4 or 5 boards, be a leader, a motivator, hit those big shots, and then pick it up when he gets to the playoffs. But he should be an all-star this year, no question. He's going to definitely get a look from the fans and the coaches based on what he did and what he proved coming back solid off that injury last year. But they're going to need all 3 of those guys. They bring him back to coach. Caldwell Pope was huge having him on the team, and they're going to need him to continue to be that championship role player that he was before he got there and continued to be before them. And Joker's the Joker. Regardless of what he says in interviews about the summer wasn't quite as fun because he had to play longer in the league and didn't get to go do what he wanted to do, he likes playing ball. And when I saw him come to the press conferences for this season, he looked in shape. So regardless if Jamal Murray say he wasn't playing much on the off season or whatever he was doing something to stay in shape because he still looked like he ready. And his game travels everywhere. Under control, the best passing big man we've seen in the history of the game. Got tremendous offense, a great rebounder, and showed us in the playoffs when he's motivated, he could play some D too. So to me, they're the number 1 team in the league going into this season. They're not just a champion. It's hard to defend a championship, but this is a team built to do so. Reminds me of the Spurs back in the day when they were in their heyday with Duncan and Ginobili and Parker. These guys got potential. but the bench could hurt him in the long run. We'll see. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. You know I'm on YouTube, Instagram, at the Vault JMU414 on X, and TikTok as well.